can the 49ers beat the Bengals without Deebo Samuel?
Yeah, if they play Trey Lance, and they won't. See, to me, like when Deebo Samuel's out, he creates not just the big plays, but the misdirection, the mystery, the deception. You can put him at wide receiver. You can put him at running back. When he's at running back and the defense is in man-to-man coverage, the cornerback doesn't know where to line up. He lines up at linebacker. It's like, oh my God. I mean, he creates so much confusion, and you can leverage that to create so many big plays for other people. When he's out, all you have is a run game that's averaging like 3 yards a carry and a mediocre one-read quarterback who doesn't throw down the field. So the play has to be perfect. The play call has to be perfect every time, and it's never going to be perfect every time. So if you bring in Trey Lance, like, yeah, he's going to miss throws too, but at least there's going to be this mystery. Teams won't be scouted, won't be prepared for him, and he'll give you the big play. So can the Niners beat the Bengals without Deebo? Yes! But it's going to require some like serious creativity and outside the box thinking that Kyle Shanahan hasn't showed recently. The only good idea he's had all year was to move Deebo Samuel to running back, which is something he's done in the past. So I'd like to see him, he'd have to really surprise us.
Now, obviously, Trey Lance is one of those reasons possibly the Niners could beat the Bengals with Trey Lance. But my answer is a little bit different. The Niners can beat the Bengals without Deebo Samuel if Kyle Shanahan has a perfect game plan. And it's really hard to have a perfect game plan. Kyle Shanahan doesn't always have a perfect game plan. But there are occasionally some of those games that Kyle Shanahan's like, wow, Kyle Shanahan is doing amazing stuff. Like the Rams game in 2020, Sunday Night Football. Jimmy Garoppolo had an ankle injury. You had Aaron Donald on the other side, on the defensive side. And what did Kyle Shanahan do? He decided not to make Jimmy Garoppolo throw the ball. He decided to use Deebo in a lot of jet sweeps. He got the ball out of Jimmy Garoppolo's hands like this, out of Jimmy Garoppolo's hands. And the Niners beat the Rams. And they weren't favored to beat the Rams because we had a bunch of injuries. Jimmy Garoppolo had coming off that ankle sprain. And we still beat the Rams on Sunday Night Football. You look at that Saints game. Jimmy Garoppolo played well in that Saints game. But there were some things that Kyle Shanahan was pulling out of a hat. Like Kyle Shanahan was just wowing me with his game plan. Some of the stuff like making Deebo toss to Kyle Juszczyk and then Kyle Juszczyk tossing it to Raheem Mostert. Stuff like that. Some of those plays where I'm like, Kyle Shanahan is really thinking outside of the box and he's wowing me. But do I think Kyle Shanahan can do that every week? No. But if Kyle Shanahan does do this against the Bengals and he has a perfect drawn-up game plan for this week, do I think they could beat the Bengals without Deebo Samuel? Possibly. I do think so. But do I bet on it? Do I think Kyle Shanahan? Am I 100% sure that Kyle Shanahan can do that? No. But the better option, like you said, I feel like the better option would be to put in Trey Lance because Jimmy can't do nothing without Deebo. Mm-hmm. When you limit the run game and the run game isn't working and Jimmy Garoppolo to throw the football to win you football games, can he do that? No, he can't do that. Even if you look at it in the beginning of the season, Jimmy struggled in the Philly game. Jimmy struggled against the Packers game. Who was that one bright spot? Who was that guy that would catch a screen pass and run 50, 60 yards and take it to the house? Deebo Samuel. Now, Deebo Samuel is hurt in this game. The only two ways I see them winning is if Kyle Shanahan calls a perfect game plan, which I do not bet on because I don't know. I'm not confident in him calling a perfect game plan because he hasn't called a perfect game plan the whole season. I haven't seen a perfect game plan since that game on Sunday Night Football against the Rams. So, do I think Kyle Shanahan can call a perfect game plan? I'm not confident in it because I haven't seen it for almost a year. But do I think they can win with Trey Lance? Possibly, yes, because Trey Lance can do so much more. He automatically boosts the run game. Or with Jimmy Garoppolo, you take Deebo out of the equation, and the run game is easier to stop with Jimmy Garoppolo because nobody's worried about Jimmy Garoppolo. When he hands the ball off, when Jimmy hands the ball off, nobody's like, oh, let me watch Jimmy. What is Jimmy doing? No, they're like, okay, it's another handoff. Let me just go and tackle Elijah Mitchell. So with Trey Lance, when you put in Trey Lance, like, we're like, okay, is it Trey Lance? Is it Elijah Mitchell? Is it Trey Lance? Who is it? So the only two ways I see the Niners beating him is if Kyle Shanahan calls a perfect game plan or if you possibly play Trey Lance. I mean, the dream, I watched Burrow sucks under pressure. Key to winning defensively, rush 5, drop 6 in coverage. They may have to have Warner take safety snaps and move Ward to corner, play zone 2. I mean, even if the Niners do well on defense, if Deebo doesn't play, like I said, if Deebo doesn't play, can Jimmy Garoppolo make plays with his arm if he's a starter, which most likely he is? I don't know, because the defense, even if you look at the Seattle game, the defense played fine. The defense wasn't the reason we lost the game. Even the first time we played Seattle, the defense wasn't the issue. It was the offense and Jimmy Garoppolo just not being able to make plays, and the offense just not being able to produce and go down the field. So I'm not really worried about the defense in this game. My biggest concern is, what are we going to be able to do on offense without Deebo Samuel? That's my biggest question mark.
See,
I mean, he really didn't get that creative. I mean, he ran the ball all game, and now he can't do that. Can he make Jimmy a better QB? No, he can't make Jimmy Garoppolo a better QB.